Obviously, you don't dispute that, right? You
No,
agree.
100%.
I mean, it's crazy.
The happiness
it's amazing.
the happiness that people feel like one of the biggest joys for me is going into a client's home 6 months, a year after I've installed the painting, and they're like, that painting still brings me joy every day. I'm like, there's nothing greater than that. It's a really, really beautiful feeling.
I love that you say that, because just being drawn to your installation years ago, we're talking 5 years ago at minimum, when I first walked through a mall and like
in Yorkdale?
Your paintings in Yorkdale spoke to me. And trust me, I love to shop. Everybody out there, ladies, you know how it is. You get a couple hundred in your pocket.
Yeah.
You're focused on that Gucci store, not an art show. So trust me, the fact that, I was so drawn by the color and the vibrancy and energy coming out of that room, and there were just murals on the wall.
Yeah.
So I go in and I see all these messages through the work, and I see the colors, and I feel something. And my children are little at the time, and they didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
All of our photos, which I'll show you later, that I still have on my phone, like from 5 years ago, of the little ones just hanging by your beautiful work.
Oh my gosh, so special.
It's very special, and so
Thank you.
it does make people happy.
Thank you.
It really does, and I love that it inspires another generation.
Thank you.
So on a lighter note, because I noticed that you have both painted Batman and Superman, which is it, if you had to choose?
Superman.
Woo!
I like Superman.
Tell us why. Tell us why.
I just think that the superpowers of being able to fly around and do everything, and Batman was created, right? It was a regular. I do like that aspect, but I don't like the aspect with Batman that money created that.
Yes.
So that's the only thing where I see there's a negative to the Batman side of the story, is that like because of a monetary benefit, he was able to create that. Superman's a little more organic, and it's a little more airy, like fairy, and I like that.
I love that. I love that. And as we kind of wrap here a bit, I'm just wondering, what trends do you think are out there that may have inspired some of your work, or do you follow them? I'm just curious, especially for the younger artists.
A ton. I mean, I'm inspired by so many different artists.
Cool.
Through history, everyone. My favorite artist is an artist named Julian Schnabel. He's a very famous 80s artist, not as pop culture reference, but like he was the good friends with the Basquiats and the Warhols, and very influenced in that same era. So I think that a lot of my references that I do are based off of 10 or 15 of the most famous artists of all time that I love.
Amazing.
One artist, an abstract artist, you mentioned Pollock earlier, but Pollock was a huge inspiration to my base layers.
Cool.
Cy Twombly is an artist that does a lot of sketches. He's a big influence on the writing style that I have. So there's so many different artists and just pop culture references that inspire my work.
I love it. And so I wondered how old you were when you actually knew you had talent. Because it's one thing to like it.
I still don't think I have talent.
Really?
I just like to do it a lot.
Have you seen one of your paintings?
I think that I like to do it a lot, and that translates into something pretty. But no, I think that growing up, I painted my whole entire life, but again, like I mentioned at the beginning, it just never seemed realistic.
To have a career.
So
you knew.
5-6 years ago when I left finance, it was starting to become more real.
Yes.
That if I did this at scale, maybe it'll work.
Yes.
But the beauty about art is that it's so subjective. York Hill taught me that the hard way. And what I mean by that is,
really,
90, let's say 100 people came in a day, 98 would walk in and be like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing ever. And then 2 would come in, this sucks.
Oh my God.
And that happens, right?
Yes,
and that's the beauty about art.
True.
The beauty about art is that someone can come in and be like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And the same painting, 1 minute later, someone can say that sucks. And that's perfectly fine. I look at paintings and I go, why would anyone buy that?
Sure.
And then we're like, oh, but it looks beautiful in your house.
Sure.
Whatever it may be.
Sure.
So that's the beauty about art. So I've been very humbled that way to say like, no, as long as I like it, there might be one other person that it resonates with.
No, I hear you. I went to Basquiat as well as Georgia O'Keeffe's displays at the AGO over the years, and I couldn't believe that there was a human being that actually didn't like either of their work. I'm like, how?
It's happened,
How do you know?
It's crazy, right?
So I hear you on that. You are amazing. Well, we are out of time, folks. I have just a million questions I could ask Anthony today, but in the interest of the fact that we want you all to go out and follow him, I'm going to send all of the links and all of his socials on the tag for this particular episode, folks. You go and you follow this man. You will not be sorry. He will encourage and inspire you on your own career path. That's my time, folks. I'm LWB. Until the next time, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.